My board is so dirty from the last video. What's up guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to do manuals and how to manual better. So your foot position for a manual, you want your back foot right where the tail starts to curve up. You don't want to be all the way back because then you're just fighting with it too much. You want to be almost over the bolts and almost where you could balance on just your back foot. So you want your front foot behind the front bolts or on the front bolts and kind of turn to the side where you can move it like this just to help keep balance. So before you try to do a manual on a ledge, go to a parking lot and try to just hold a manual on the flat ground just from one parking space to another. At first you can just do one parking space, then two, and then just see how many you can do over time. So after you've learned to do a manual on flat ground, you want to take it to a ledge. You want to find a ledge that doesn't have a giant crack in front of it like this one. Something where the parking lot goes straight up to the ledge. It's going to make it a lot easier so you don't have to ollie over something or hit a bump right before you ollie. Another thing you could do is practice your manuals just on flat ground, in the carpet, or in your backyard, just standing on the board and holding a manual. That could definitely help you with balance as well. Another thing that really helps when you're doing a long manual, you need to go fast. The faster you go, the easier it's going to be. It's going to be easier to balance. Also, if it's a really long manual, imagine that you are doing a manual longer than the actual manual you're doing, because so many times I'll be doing a long manual and I will put it down like a few feet before the end of the ledge. But if you imagine the ledge is a lot longer and just relax and go through it, just keep doing what you're doing and don't think too much about getting off the ledge, then it's going to be a lot easier. Another thing I like to do is focus on my front shoulder and think about what my front shoulder is doing and just keep my weight and my balance over that. It just seems to help me with all skateboarding tricks, just focusing on the strength of that shoulder and where it is and my balance over the board in that way. So you just need to have a good enough ollie to be able to get up on the ledge and land with your weight over your front shoulder, but lifting the front wheels up, but your weight is not really leaning back. It's not like a Smith grind or a feeble where you're actually leaning back. You're kind of leaning forward but lifting your front wheels up. You do this by just bending your front knee. You bend the front knee more than the back knee, and that's kind of how you do it. So I'm going to do a whole other video about how to do 180s and shove-its out of manuals. But basically, if you can do the manual and you can do the 180, you just have to think about it as it's just a manual and it's just a 180 and you're just combining them, Set up just like the normal manual or like you're going to do a frontside 180, just a normal stance. And you just combine the two, you really do. So just don't think about it too much. So that's how you do a manual. I really hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you enjoy this kind of content, reviews, tutorials, and videos about what I'm learning as I grow as a skateboarder, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.